The YieldMax MSTY Fund, a deep dive into the covered call strategy for investors looking to generate income in volatile or growth-oriented stocks. The YieldMax MSTY ETF presents a unique opportunity. This fund employs a covered call strategy on MicroStrategy, MSTR, one of the most prominent players in the cryptocurrency space. Given its significant holdings of Bitcoin, the MSTY ETF aims to deliver high monthly income while still offering some exposure to the price movements of MicroStrategy. Let's unpack how this strategy works, the potential benefits and risks, especially with the fund's ex-dividend date just around the corner. What is a covered call fund? A covered call strategy involves owning the underlying asset, in this case MicroStrategy stock, and selling call options on that stock. The premiums received from selling these options create income, which the MSTY fund distributes to its investors. The trade-off here is that while you get to pocket the option premiums, your upside on the stock is capped. If MSTR experiences a significant price rally, the fund won't capture the full gains above the call option's strike price. However, for income-focused investors, this strategy is particularly appealing as it smooths out the volatility and provides consistent monthly cash flow. Why MSTY is a unique covered call fund? MSTY's focus on MicroStrategy makes it one of the more aggressive covered call ETFs on the market. MicroStrategy is known for its significant exposure to Bitcoin, holding over 150,000 BTC as of recent reports. This makes the stock highly correlated with the cryptocurrency market, amplifying its volatility. For a covered call strategy, this volatility is actually an advantage. High volatility typically means higher option premiums, which translates into greater income potential for MSTY shareholders. Essentially, the fund is harnessing the market's perception of risk in MicroStrategy to deliver potentially higher yields compared to covered call funds based on more stable assets. Upcoming ex-dividend date. The ex-dividend date for MSTY is December 18th, a critical moment for current and prospective investors. If you're holding MSTY shares at the close of today's trading session, you'll qualify to receive this month's distribution. However, if you buy the shares tomorrow or later, you'll miss out on this payment. YieldMax funds are known for their high distribution rates, which makes this an attractive opportunity for income seekers. Yet, there's a common caveat. The share price often adjusts downward by the dividend amount on the ex-dividend date. This means that while you'll receive the payout, the value of your investment could decline temporarily. It's crucial to weigh the potential income against this short-term price movement. What to watch for with MSTR and MSTY? Given its connection to MicroStrategy, the performance of the MSTY ETF is heavily influenced by movements in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin sees a significant rally in the coming weeks, the MSTR stock, and by extension the MSTY ETF, could experience a surge in price. However, remember that the upside for MSTY will be limited by the covered call strategy, as the sold calls cap gains above the strike price. On the flip side, if Bitcoin enters a bearish phase, MSTR's value could decline, but MSTY's income-generating call premiums might cushion some of the downside. This makes it a potentially safer way to gain exposure to MicroStrategy's volatility without taking on the full brunt of its risks. Key considerations for MSTY investors. Income potential. MSTY's distributions are attractive, especially for those seeking monthly cash flow. Make sure to check the fund's recent payout history to understand the consistency and magnitude of these distributions. Volatility sensitivity. While MSTY mitigates some risks, its focus on a single highly volatile stock tied to Bitcoin means it's not your typical conservative income fund. Be prepared for swings in net asset value, NAV. Timing and tax implications. With the ex-dividend date tomorrow, today is the last chance to qualify for this month's payment. However, remember that distributions may be taxed, depending on your jurisdiction and the fund's income source. Long-term outlook on Bitcoin and MSTR. If you believe in the long-term growth of Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, MSTY could be a way to generate income while maintaining some exposure to this narrative. However, keep in mind the inherent volatility and the capped upside of the covered call strategy.